Hello and welcome back to my interesting games of the week for the week of August 6th, 2018. As a note, I did not play Dominion for a couple weeks in there, so there are no interesting games of the week for the 2 weeks preceding this one. But now that I have successfully defended my PhD thesis, I got back into the game last week, and these are the most interesting games I was able to play after that point. They are kind of a mix of a lot of different things. In no particular order, there's a game where we both went with very different strategies, and it was interesting to compare which was better. There was a game with some very interesting endgame tactics. Another game where a standard strategy failed. Another game that was really, really fast and surprising. And another game where a unusual card was really key and crucial. So see if you can figure out from these clips which games those were each. But if you can't, go ahead and watch them in some order and enjoy these very interesting games. So this first game features a really, really fast engine here. The key card here, of course, is Highway, and the usual engine here might pick up a bunch of highways and markets, and then ideally use those plus buys from the markets and the highways to pile duchies or something. There's even, you can get duchies and dukes. And so the highway split is going to be pretty key here. But I guess what surprised me this game is that there just wasn't nearly enough time. And even this chapel, we're both going to get a chapel, but there's just not nearly the time to do much of anything before the game is just instantly over. See if you can spot the other really nice combo here with the highway, and yeah, go ahead and take a look at this really, really fast game. Hello and welcome to this game with N.A. Smith 99. It has chapel, village, wharf, denizen. See, I probably won't matter. Highway market, all this really good stuff. Storyteller cycle, the highways. Yeah, dominate. I don't know if you get to dominate. You just like mega highway. Yeah. So if I open Wandering Minstrel, there's the risk of like never hitting. Yeah, the Wandering Minstrel problem. So I think I'm gonna go silver with my chapel. Yeah, I really want to hit a 5 before I get my Wandering Minstrel. Alright, this is a pretty sweet trash. Hopefully my silver doesn't miss and I can pick up market. Wharf, probably. It does miss. Okay, well I can get a Wandering Minstrel, that's okay. With only the chapel and the estate as dead cards. With silver, Wandering Minstrel will flip the deck. If I draw the estate, I'll just trash. Well, I trashed 2 coppers, so I have 5 in deck. I drew the estate, so I have 3 coppers. So if I chapel, trash, estate, yeah, I'm guaranteed to hit 5. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna. But yeah, wharf is. This feels very familiar for some strange reason. Am I getting the highway or the market? I think the buys are going to be there. Oh, and I can see way the highways. That's the thing to do. Don't draw my highway. And he gets the wharf down. That's quite strong. Okay, I drew the highway. Now I'm going to see way the highways. Alright, seaway on highway is crazy good. This turn I'll be able to get a wandering minstrel and another highway. Which means I'll have he does the seaway highway thing. Copycat, top deck's highway. Perfect. Now I will get my highway and one minstrel. Nice thing is if I have it set up like this, I can guarantee that my highway, I will play my highways. At this point, I think I have the first player advantage. I have 3 highways. I will be able to get 2 more this turn, as well as a wandering minstrel. Oh, he gets 2 highways. Then that's no longer true. Yeah, we need to split the highways. That's very clear. And yeah, my wandering minstrels don't hurt. Alright, where do we go from here? Because this is quite fast. He gets his 4 highways played, which is ridiculous. What? How did he get? I'm confused how he jumped ahead of me here. I got this really nice chapel. He got a chapel that wasn't very nice. Both picked up wandering minstrels. I drew the estate, whereas he got to this wharf. Played it and got his highway. Okay, he's chapeling a single coffin. Highway, and now he's going to get a bunch of markets or something. Yeah. Man. I mean, whatever this means, I draw. So what, he just got 5 markets, so he's got 11 buys. So he can already end it. I can get a bunch of duchies. But he can get all the duchies and dukes. Then. Okay. I have to take only 5 of them. No, I have to take only 4 of them. I have to hope for a dud from him. Does he have a war complaint? No. Yeah. Four duchies means I can draw. Let's try this. Yeah, he might have a bit of trouble drawing. He's had silver and 4 coppers. He's got the chapel. He only has 1 minstrel. So, yeah, this is where I might be able to pull this off. I have the buys to drain the duchies in the market. As I made a draw, which just involves, I think, discarding 1 duchy. Alright, that's enough to end it, not enough to win it. To get to his morning minstrel. Wharf. Okay, so he drains markets, duchies, and 2 pros. Oh, darn it. Yeah, that was really fast. 10 turns. I don't know what I did wrong there. I think I just didn't draw the copper. I drew the estate. That set me back quite a bit. That 1 turn. He didn't have to trash. Anyway, thanks for watching. So yeah, there was a very clear trajectory we were both headed on. Pick up 1 highway, and then once you have a highway, you can get seaway on highway, and then that's just amazing for getting multiple buys as well as cost reduction in the same card. I was the first player, but I completely lost that first player advantage when I did not hit my first highway. Well, I think I got the first highway. My opponent just getting 2 highways in that 1 turn was pretty amazing, and I had trashed down maybe a little too much, but I didn't really have any more draw, so I was just going to be able to draw that silver and 3 coppers. But yeah, that second turn where I needed to trash with my chapel, I think my opponent only played chapel once. No, they played it twice, but just trashed like a single estate or a single copper. It was not much of anything at all. And yeah, so that game is an instant win. If you ever see highway and seaway together, just beeline for that, and you're gonna again want to trash. You want to be able to draw your deck, so you can play all your highways every turn. But yeah, so in this case, I mean, Wharf is a great card, and I think that was a pretty key pickup for my opponent, because it let my opponent not trash as much, and so they were able to keep 5 coppers instead of just 3 coppers, and that let them pick up the 2 highways in that 1 turn. So enough analyzing that 1 game. It was very, very fast, and hopefully the other games will be interesting as well. Thanks for watching. So this game features a pretty standard engine using the stables, and then once the stables are gone, the cities. This druid will be quite key. There's actually 3 pretty good things that aren't the Swamp's Gift, the usual overpowered druid draw card. You can gain golds with the Sky's Gift. You can pick up various random cards that aren't cities or stables with the Earth's Gift, and you can just play it as a non-terminal with Field's Gift. So there were some, yeah. So that would turn out to be a pretty important card. I won't give away what happened here, but yeah, it's a pretty exciting engine and exciting game. Check it out. Hello and welcome to this game with Glops. Some powerful stuff here on board with Dominate. City. Lost Arts could be put on Castle. I don't know. Stables is some nice draw remake. Monastery are all very nice. What is the Druid Boons? Field, Earth, Sky. Earth might be reasonable. So Monastery remake is reasonable. I think I do need the remake for the additional for the trashing, fast trashing. Druid can get you whatever you want. It can be non-terminal. It's pretty good. So the draw here is stables or Lost Arts on anything, doesn't really matter. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want the warehouse or if I want the remake. I think I want the warehouse. Best chance of drawing the remake. Remake the states into silvers, transition to a stables deck. Oh, 5-2. Okay, well, I think the remake is still stronger than 5-2 would indicate. Druid. Yeah, the Monastery $2 hand. Classic. Okay, so with this 4, my remake misses. It'll hit the state at least. I think I can agree with the Druid, but let's get a Plaza first. Plaza is pretty nice for hitting 5 soon. Alright, I drew the warehouse at the top of the shuffle. That's pretty nice. I'm guessing that's a monastery state. I will monastery 2 estates. Yeah. So no more for either of us. 4 coppers in there. And an estate. I can hope I draw a copper. Yes, I'll discard. And I will get silvers. And then transition into a stables deck. I've got my token. Okay, this is the stables. And I would like to pick up the Druid for the +5. But I need to get my draw first. And the gold is also nice. Silvers I probably don't want to be trashing too much of. I won't get around to the estate, so I'll just trash 2 coppers, or I'll just discard the remaining. Whatever makes most sense. Hey, I don't want to trash too many coppers. If I can... Oh, I've got the Plaza in there. So that's a somewhat bad shuffle to cause. I'll put the remake into the shuffle. Yeah, I need the +5 from the Druid. But should I just get another stables? Yeah, I think I'll just get another stables. And then hopefully this will be the turn when I pick up the Druid after remaking a state in copper. So he has 1 stables. I just got a second. I have the Plaza in the remake, of course. He has 2 golds. I have 2 silvers. And gets a stables. Stables and gold. That's a pretty good turn. Alright, remake estate into silver. And trash copper. Pick up druid. Alright, so now it's the classic stables. Do we draw it or not? I'm going to keep getting these coin tokens while I can. That's, I guess, one advantage I have. Okay, so Druid can gain 4s. It can also gain these golds, which I'm going to want it to do. And I'm obviously winning it for the plus buy. Okay, so he picks up the Plaza. Keeps going on the stables. If I can get double stables, that would be pretty great. So I could remake. Well, no, I just need a single. I will not discard. I will instead do the druid thing. Get a gold. Discard all those and get stables. With my tokens. A token, in fact. Okay, now if he gets 2 stables, that's obviously problematic, but then I can get started on the cities. In fact, cities are just as good draw as stables, if not better, because they have a, well, the village, I guess, only matters if you draw things in the wrong order. Yep, 10, double stables. Yeah, okay, so I'll start getting. I mean, whatever, I'm just going to keep discarding. Discarded copper, silver, copper. That's 4, 5, 6 cards. I'd be adding a 7th and then 4 on top. Yeah, no thanks. This is 8. I could even make it 10 by 10 feels good. I'm using my token. And that'll be 2 cities. Alright, so I have more draw. I used up a token, but I have more draw. And I kind of stopped drawing the last turn. So I had some overdraw, but not quite enough. He has double golds and the 6 stables. My 4. That's quite clean. I have the remake. Here's the monastery. I don't know what the best thing to do at this point is, but obviously we want to build to dominate, and we want to keep building as much as we can. We both have 2 buys. Getting lots of cities seems quite good, especially because the druid can keep adding to our decks. Again, Lost Arts is not going to be relevant, I don't believe. My opponent's been pretty good about not trashing coppers for the monastery. I think only trashed 1. I've trashed one on my second remake play. And so yeah, I guess this remake hasn't done that much. Monastery Stables did well enough. Otherwise, we have very similar decks. That's the one real difference. I also have this warehouse. And now these two cities. Druid can discard copper and pick up a second druid. That's a third buy, yeah. That's certainly nice. And dominate? It's not crazy. I think I would prefer to get 2 more cities in his position. But that was like a perfect draw too. How does he have so many extra? Oh, he shuffled. And so actually only has like 2 coppers in the discard. 2 cities seems smart. Yeah. So we're just trading blows, keeping pace. So how much draw do I have? I just have this 1 more stables. I'm not going to draw around to the druid. So far I've discarded 3 coppers. So there's 5 cards left in my deck. I'll see 4 of them. Oh, I have a warehouse too. That's right. So, Plaza, discard, copper. I guess I could top deck 1 card if I drew it to pick up another druid. Okay, I didn't draw to it. I hope this isn't a dud. I hope he's stable duds. Of course he has plenty of coppers. But, yeah, seeing 2 cards here is not most exciting. He would potentially get triple city. That would be quite good. Because then I'm definitely not taking the last city. And there's 5. Definitely feels like he's ahead. Early druid boons. Monastery. Doing basically just as much work as the remake. The remake missing was also, I mean, not being able to top like whatever 8 cards because of the warehouse. Yeah, being able to open stables is pretty good. Stables will draw. And the monastery for trashing those estates. Alright, so he's drawn basically everything. There's just 3 coppers on top now. Yeah, he's always been a beat ahead. That extra gold. Plaza. Just, why not? and dominate. 15. Oh, the triple city. Yeah, that's really strong. 5 cities and 6 stables to my 4 cities and 4 stables. Well, I will resign. Alright. That's I don't know, maybe I should resign. Maybe I should actually see what can happen. Let's get a gold. Now let's buy a city and just play for the dud. There we go. Please have a dud. Please have a dud. He has a dud. He has a dud. What? What? Did not expect this at all. Okay, the estate pilot's very much in play here now. Especially because I have all this draw off of my deck. The city. City. Let's see, what else do I have in there? I've just been discarding coppers. Discarded 3 coppers, drew a bunch of coppers. I have whatever I had my previous turn. Okay, yeah, the estate pilot takes 8 buys. Still the druid in there, I think. Yeah, I do, okay. Yeah, 3, 5, 11, takes 16. Yeah, I think this is enough. Okay, so druid, whatever else. Estate, druid, pick up estates, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, province. And I got lucky there. I got so lucky. Yeah, play for the dud. That is literally what that means. Play for the dud. Pick up that last city because then they're activated for me. That's exactly what I was thinking with that decision, and it worked out great. So that, yeah, I don't know if I've seen a better example of literally play for the dud. Picking the last city to activate them all, so I can state that out. Yeah, it worked, and it's a low probability event, but if he duds and I don't do that, then there's not really a corresponding play for me. I guess I might have enough overdraw to do a druid for druid, druid for druid, druid for state druid. I don't have the buys, so I really need to activate the cities, which is exactly what I did there. The extra gold didn't end up mattering, but yeah, wow, I was so lucky. Anyway, thanks for watching. Okay, so as I indicated at the end, that was really a prototypical finish with the playing for the dud strategy, and that was maybe the best example I've ever seen of it, because I knew that my opponent had the better deck, and since I had a dud, I knew I wasn't going to be improving to at all near where my opponent's level was, and so the key was to pick up those plus buys with the by activating the cities, even though it was about to be my opponent's turn, in the hopes that he would have a dud. Obviously, if he does not have a dud, I instantly lose, but I probably lose anyway. So I play on the off chance that he does not have it, that he has a dud, just like I had a dud, and it worked out. So yeah, that was a crazy game, and I did not deserve to win that, but I had to play for the possibility that exactly occurred. So let that be inspiration. If you're about to click that resign button, I even clicked resign and almost clicked OK, and still managed to win the game. So yeah, that's what playing for the dud looks like. Thanks for watching. So welcome to this game. This is an interesting board, I thought, because it did not feature too much you could do. You notice that none of these cards have plus buy, which actually makes this kind of a race for the provinces, and a duchy's worth a lot of points if you're your first one. I thought that I would have the better deck if I just went money here, and my opponent built the engine using Alchemist. And it was an interesting fight, so this is probably the game among all of these that I had the most different strategies between myself and my opponent. Take a look. Hello, and welcome to this game with Irrational E. Irrational E is another long-time player who took a break and is now back. That's Vault at the top there, and we've got Windfall, Museum, also Treasure Maps, so all those, gain a ton of gold strategies. Oh, Treasure Trove. A lot of gold gainers. Okay, so we have Alchemist for draw, or Plaza Vault, that's another thing. Amulet and Transmogrify for trashing. The potion to get the alchemists. Where's your plus buy coming from? I don't really see too much plus buy. Yeah, there's no plus buy. So is the alchemist thing worth it, or is like a vault treasure trove just better? Well, vault trove is not too many uniques for the windfall. Sorry, for the museum. You don't want to be windfalling, I don't think, because there's no point in getting that many golds. The point is if you wanted to do... Yeah, so I could do like a scavenger vault, treasure trove sort of thing. Does it involve an amulet? I'm not sure. Oh, you can line things up with the plaza vault. Those both discard treasures, or coppers for nothing. Yeah, I don't really see the extra gains to get the Emporia for points. This does feel like a simple kind of money-based strategy. But I guess that might be opening Scavenger. Scavenger doesn't really go well with the vault. It does go well with the treasure trove. That's bored. Okay. I'm going to try the Scavenger Amulet. He gets the potion. Oh, 2. Well, this will get my Patrician for those points. Unfortunately, it probably means my Scavenger and Amulet collide. He's going to go double Amulet. Okay, so he's going to try the trashing thing. I'm going to get coin here and pick up Treasure Trove. I'm going to play a money-ish thing here. Here I'll trash the estate, Scavenger, top deck the Trove, and get a second Trove. Alright, pretty sweet. I will Scavenger top deck the other Trove. Pick up a Vault, probably. Scavenger top decks are quite nice. He's trashing down quite a lot. I don't know if I agree with that. Alright, let's top deck the Vault. I think a second Vault is worth it before I start picking up other random components. Alright, this is sweet. I'll be getting my first province. So he doesn't have any extra gains except for extra silvers from the amulet. He's drawing deck. Well, almost. He's going to have his alchemist consistently. Alas. That's like the worst. Well, hopefully I have a golden here. Hopefully I don't hit the amulet. So I'm up basically 2 provinces because of the museum points. He's gonna windfall. Okay, so I could just duchy here. That might be the best. And here, ooh, his patrician found gold. Yeah, so the windfall is going to get him consistent provinces here. And the question is whether my lead will be enough to make up the difference. Do I have a silver yet? I don't know a silver, so amulet can gain silver here. And I can start picking up other things that might be useful, like transmogrify his points. So there we go. So he's got the consistency, but I don't know if he can overcome this 13-point deficit. Let's try to get coin. 7 again, man. Transmogrify does not go well with Vault. Okay, I'm up 10. Every time he gets a province, where's my duchy, is a 3-point gain in that. He's going to set himself up for some very consistent turns. Yeah, I need to actually draw my golds. Where are these golds? Okay, I can transmog the estate into a silver, or the scavenger. Yeah, estate into silver seems reasonable. Or estate into patrician might be better. If I just find a gold. Do I have an amulet? I have an amulet. I have a silver. Don't have a curse. Yeah, that gets me just as many points as I lost. Okay, let's try the patrician. Puts the duchy into hand. Finds treasure trove. There we go. Oh, that was my only estate. Okay, well, it's a losing. Okay, and I have a province. There's all my golds. Okay, so he has the duchy here. Oh, and he gains silver. That's points. Duchy's points for him. Oh, that's 5 points for him, in fact. I didn't realize that was my last estate. I wouldn't have done that if I had known that was my last estate. But what would I have drawn? I would have drawn the duchy and the copper with the vault. I would have only done the duchy. But why are all my golds in the bottom of the deck? That's the annoying thing. So if he duchies, I have to dance. Did he not draw his potion? Wow. Unfortunately, I think this dance ends poorly for me. Yeah, it'll end on his. Oh, but I can get an estate for points. Yeah, now that I've trashed my estate. And I have the transmog. Which I will eventually get to, I suppose. Okay, so he gets duchy. I get duchy. I have province here, so if he doesn't duchy, I can do that. But he will duchy and I will estate. I will probably not play the vault in hopes of drawing my transmogrify. Yeah. There's only 1 point? Wait, what? How did I lose points from going? It's worth more points for him, of course. So here's where I get like a plaza. Now I have my transmog. That's annoying. Oh, but he might not draw. He's got all those tokens. Where's the vault? Here's the vault. He has 5 tokens. There's like no way he does. Yeah. I only have province. If he somehow does. Yeah, he had a gold. Alas. Yeah, I think that my strategy is actually pretty reasonable there. It's not that much time. I think the transmogrify would have been good for him. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. So yeah, you could tell I was a little confused there, and this is why it's important to track what your deck has. In fact, I had 2 patricians, so turning the estate into a patrician lost me a point because I lost the point of the estate, and I didn't gain anything by turning it to a patrician. And so I should have been tracking my deck better, and I should have probably saved my transmogrify for a better moment. But in any case, I had a decent shot. I think that was a pretty close game, and especially if I don't get all of those golds at the bottom of my shuffle, that one shuffle, then I don't hit 7. If I can actually get one more province instead of a duchy earlier, then I would have a decent likelihood of winning. So yeah, it was interesting. We talked for a little bit afterwards about how the transmogrify silver into other things could have worked out well for my opponent to be able to get some extra gains. The silvers that, of course, you would gain from the amulet. So that would have been somewhat interesting of a play. But in any case, it was interesting to see kind of how these two different strategies shook out. I did not recognize the value of the windfall, that my opponent would be able to then immediately inject a ton of money into his deck. And so by trashing down, he could then very reliably get provinces, whereas I was actually not so reliable, despite the extra golds in the vaults. So yeah, some of it comes down to luck, but it was interesting to see two different strategies. Thanks for watching. So this next game, when I looked at this board, I saw some variety of different things you could do with the Apothecary and other draw. In fact, the obelisk was actually on the Apothecary pile, as I soon discovered. My opponent saw Rebuild and decided to go straight Rebuild with Delve to gain lots of silvers, which is, of course, a very nice way to get some economy to buy more Rebuilds. There's smugglers on the board, so we both eventually got some Rebuilds, but I included this game just as an illustration of how to beat a straight-up Rebuild strategy. And we both had a bit of weird luck in the middle, but I think it balanced out, and I think that this the strategy I was able to come up with was indeed the better way to go here. So take a look if you're curious about how to beat straight Rebuild. Hello there. Welcome to this game with Akatanana. Oh man, it has. So Stonemason Apothecary is a thing, because you can get like 2 apothecaries. You can also Stonemason the estates into more coppers, which would be helpful for the apothecaries. It has Rebuild. I just always ignore Rebuild, so it's not a big deal. But what's the obelisk pile? You can see that. Apothecary. Well, that answers what we're going to be doing. And you can't even smuggle it, so just silver potion. Yeah, those apothecaries be worth that much more. I guess that could have been Delve potion. Properly speaking, it takes the smugglers. That's strange, in my opinion. Of course, I'm probably going to pick up. Do I have any terminals? Double Delve. No apothecary. Wow. Then I guess I'll get a smuggler. Could be useful. Alright, this is just a single apothecary, unfortunately. But hey, you don't always hit 4 potion on that first shovel. Rebuild. Really, really. Okay. I will smuggle your rebuilds now. And you can't smuggle that, so that smuggler's useless. And you get the silver. I guess I'll smuggle the silver. What is this? 1 potion? What are the chances in a big deck like this? That sucks. That really, really sucks. Okay, first Rebuild trashes in. Meanwhile, I have an apothecary. Delves for more silvers. Just doing Rebuild, really. Top deck's 3 estates. That's pretty awful. Apothecary. And I guess I'll get the Rebuild. I can also Stonemason up for 2 mining villages.
Unfortunately, he might be able to smuggle me. And here we go. At least I get one apothecary. Smuggle the rebuild. Of course he has the smugglers in hand. And apothecary. Come on, apothecaries. You're supposed to work much better than this. I will trash this mining village if I need to get 2 apothecaries. Well, nope, I don't need to. Stone mason, 2 apothecaries. Good, skip your rebuilds. I've had such bad shuffle luck so far. Yeah, half chance he has his smugglers in hand. Oh, of course, I have both states in hand with rebuild. You can smuggle a farmland. Oh, I forgot about that. That's silly. That's silly. Alright, I don't want to be... Let's just top deck the farmland. What does he gain? He gained a farmland. I can leave a lot of this on top. He took my farmland and dealt too much of it. Okay, so the smugglers is maybe not so important. I'd love it if he gets like a duchy in the process. So maybe I'll just do this. Could even trash this mining village. But no, let's not trash it. Let's put the farmland, trash the estate for mining village. So just one more estate. Rebuild will be... One rebuild will do its job. Builds in his deck. Top deck's a stone mason. Okay, I have my farmland in hand. Really don't want to draw the estate. Rebuild. We can buy a province. Alright. Rebuild first, then estate. There we go. Oh, I'm drawing silver. Well, I'm going to have to draw the silver now. Rebuild, name, farmland. Estate to duchy. Top X mining village. top deck Stonemason. Stonemason, Farmland, Duchies. By province. Alright, I've taken the lead. That's great against rebuild. Alright, he skips his rebuild, so I like that. Eyes in the state. Well, time to punish that. Ooh, I can smuggle the silver. Let's see what happens next. Let's get those rebuilds. Yeah, sure, I'll just put that duchy next. Alright, that's GG. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's just dumb. So dumb with me. Okay, thank you. I meant to play the rebuild and skip province. Alright, and just trash this for 2 estates, 5 estates. Alright. So yeah, Apothecary was definitely worth it. 12 extra points obviously made this work, but yeah, I love just beating rebuild. It's my favorite thing to do. Like this straight up rebuild, smugglers, silvers, that's all. Yeah, I love beating that strategy. Anyway, thanks for watching. So yeah, that was a very stupid mistake of me. I reordered the cards so that I would play the rebuild and trash the green card instead of drawing it. That does make kind of rebuild a nice combo with Apothecary. You know what you're going to trash, know what's coming up, and the order play there let me trash both the duchy and province to get those provinces. But yeah, I think you shouldn't think about. You should at least think about Apothecary there, and especially with the obelisk pile on it. So that was, in fact, quite good for me. So yeah, I think there's some interesting play with the more interesting decks, and you can kind of do more. And just a blind rebuild thing is obviously a very simple strategy that a lot of players can play. But the more complicated thing ended up winning here, and I think quite handily. So thanks for watching. Finally, we come to the most interesting game I played this week. It was a surprising board. Just take a look at this and think about what cards are going to be part of what you do here. It's pretty fascinating how it turns out. And while there's some pretty fortunate luck I get pretty early on, it kind of balances out with some bad luck later on. And yeah, so just take a look at this board. Think about what you would do. It's the most interesting board I've seen in a long time. Hello, welcome to this game with Jan, I think Jan. It has big engine to be built with city quarter, and unfortunately, there's not too many other actions you really want to throw in your deck, except for the goons. Native Village is a quasi-trashing thing. There is Mandarin and Crown. So Mandarin could be part of that engine if you want to kick it off with the city quarter. Procession will trash. There's transmute, which will trash things into transmutes. You can process away if it's a treasure card game transmute. So that's how you could clean up your deck. If you transmute a crown, by the way, if you're curious, you get both a duchy and a transmute. Okay, so there's benefit of transmute is mainly the estate to gold thing. But then, like, is this a transmute game? Is this a game where I actually get transmute as the trashing? Because I can then process it. Oh boy. Or do I just use the native village thing? Let's just use the native village thing, I think. But I'm gonna need some money. And the interesting thing with bads is that the debt is actually a little bit nicer because you get some points while you pay it off. Same thing with a mountain pass. So you probably want to bid slightly higher in that case. And oh boy, there's like, man, there's like, you need to do the engine because of goons and city quarter, but it involves potion. It involves getting a transmute. This is very, very tricky. Let me just get started on the trashing with the native village. I think I can do a shantytown. Let's add a shantytown. Shantytown will draw if all our things are like native villages. If we get stuck with just shantytown and goons later on, it's of course useless. But yeah, the crown and the city quarter and the goons all make that like worth it. But I think I am actually gonna go transmute. Let's be crazy here. This is pretty sweet. So I'll have 7. No, I'll have 6 my next turn and my opponent is following on transmute. That is pretty hilarious. Okay, so I can afford a goons, which is nice, except for the fact that the shantytown doesn't want to collide with it. And I think I will get the goons. Because when else am I going to get 6? And that's definitely something I'm aiming for. Okay, so like here I obviously just play the goons. Yeah, getting goons on a shantytown play. Yeah, so I'm not gonna play the transmute because goons is goons. So now the question is, what am I buying? And I might just go into debt so I can get those bads points. Like get like a crown and a city quarter. Mandarin, right, doesn't top deck the goons. So, of course, okay, I only have like $4 more in the rest of that deck. I have $4, potion, and a state. And if I want to buy another transmute, no, I really want the procession. So I can process a transmute and keep the number of transmutes low in my deck. But I'll be able, well, it's probably 2 hands there. The things happening. I'll probably be able to just get the procession. I'm just going to get the procession. I'm going to stop there. Okay, so the shantytown gets through it. That's nice. I'll either get my next transmute or I will get... Yeah, so he's going in a native village. Strong. Okay, 3, I think, will be another shantytown. And they collide. Well, that's unfortunate. I will still play them. hopefully draw like Goons Transmute or something. Oh, and I can process Shanty Towns, especially if that would make them actually draw. Yeah, the potion is trashable, very trashable. And so he gets into the city quarter. I will do soon. Yeah, I think I don't need any more transmutes. I could use processions. They're nice. Yeah, I can keep the potion around, actually. Ah, man. I pay off my debt. And my transmute missed. And collides with my goons again. I still haven't played this transmute. The goon's attack is strong enough. I think I just don't play it. And getting that extra. 2 money. Okay, procession Shanty Town. Yeah, I guess I can work up my procession chain thing. Shanty Town, and okay, so my opponent is doing the full transmute thing, like I expected. Gains a procession. Procession is a city quarter? No, that's dumb. Then you don't get anything out of it. And I will grab another city quarter, and I really need to get this trashing going. Need that transmute to do its job. Okay, he finally gets his goons. Alright. I think I will just buy another. Take some bad points. No, because I processed something. Okay. I think I will just actually buy another transmute. I hate buying transmutes because you can get them so easily after. I'll just get a city quarter. So here's a great city quarter, then I'll process the transmute. So he's trashed 2 of his estates to bolts, that's nice. Process procession to crown, yeah, that's pretty nice. Do I want the golds? I want the, definitely doing 1. Yeah, let's keep the number of transmutes constant and gain the crown. Pay off 1 debt. Ah, stupid procession. Well, that doesn't hurt. And now he's got some money. Serious moolah with those golds. Alright, city quarters are rolling. Hopefully he doesn't goons me here. That probably means he will, though. Yeah. It's Shanty Town. I have a lot more points. Why do I have a lot more points? Some of them are bad points. Some of them are early goons points. That's definitely true. He pays his debt. I haven't quite tracked. I think we each have 3 city quarters. That feels about right. We each have goons. I have a crown, and I have the processions. Oh boy. I think I want to just play a city quarter here. And I'll procession the crown. I can just procession the transmute and crown the goons. Yeah, that's probably the cleanest thing. Procession the transmute. And crown the goons. And I'll pick up a city quarter here. Man. Okay, his city quarters are just doing this one card thing. And he transmutes the estate and plays a transmute to do nothing. Let's just pay with the 5 debt. Okay, finally a good turn if he doesn't goons me, which he probably will. Oh, he drew 1 card. Hopefully he didn't have anything on the mat, so sweet. I won't get goons this turn. Also, I could crown the city quarter, or I could just city quarter into my next city quarter. Probably best to just city quarter into my next city quarter. Yeah, city quarter to city quarter. Okay, so now I can think about some interesting things here. The transmutes will now trash coppers. Okay, so having that crown. What did I just play the last turn? It's a city quarter. So I have a 4th city quarter, so I think I will just play into this. Well, yeah, my draw. This draws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had my last turn. It was just city quarter. It's 5 cards, so I could gain something interesting with the procession. Like I could procession. No, I want to procession the transmute, I guess. Yeah, procession and crown have some very interesting interactions. Because I could procession a crown on a goons city quarter on goons. City quarter, gain to goods. Okay. Now I can procession the transmute. Yeah, let's get the last transmute, I guess. And get a gold. City quarter. 1 more card, but lots and lots of actions. Transmute, get the last gold. Transmute to trash copper, goons, and draw up. And that is pretty awesome. I can now transmute those last 2 coppers, or procession to transmute to trash the last 2 coppers. He's already resigning. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, thanks for watching. So that was the first time I can remember that I've gotten a potion specifically to pick up transmutes. It's often hated as like the worst card in Dominion, and sometimes rightly so. I mean, it does play its natural role, trashing curses and familiar games when you just pick it up when you can't afford the familiar itself. But in this game, I actually liked the fact that it would gain transmutes, because that would really help with city quarter draw. And then additionally, after the transmutes are gone, I didn't have to worry about gaining any more transmutes, and it would just trash coppers without any consequence. The golds are also nice for getting economy to pay for more city quarters. And yeah, so as I said, I had kind of that early goons with luck, but then I wasn't able to play my transmute for a couple shuffles and wasn't even able to pick up another one. I ended up having to buy a second transmute. But
it was definitely swinging in my direction once I got that 5 action card hand with City Quarter in it. So yeah, fascinating game. And um, the other alternative you could have used there was the Native Village, but it's really hard to control what's going to be on top of your deck. There's no actions that'll do that for you. Just like what you discarded from previous goons and then draw up to all but one or something. It's hard to do that with City Quarter though. So yeah, very, very interesting game. Transmute was key and great, and I haven't seen that before. So yeah, thanks for watching that. Okay, so those are the interesting games that I played last week. As you can tell, there was a wide variety of things going on. I've also been getting back into the Dominion League, and I have a few games, matches of that that are up on my channel. Check those out as well. We have also started a new tournament called the Real Table Talk Tournament, started by user RTT. And there is one game up from that, one match up from that tournament. And those are mini matches with just 4 games played. And another match coming soon. Probably more Dominion League content coming soon. And another interesting games of the week in probably less than a week coming up as well. So a lot of content on this channel, and I hope you can check out some of it. And I hope you enjoyed these very interesting games of the week.